Hello again. I have remarked before that a lot of the time these days we assume that the holder of some post or other, Prime Minister say, is the worst ever seen and that anybody would be an improvement. Some people thought that anybody at all must surely be an improvement on Liz Truss, for instance, when she was Prime Minister, and then realised that they had been wrong. Rishi Sunak was much worse. I've felt like this myself before the election, believing that anybody must surely be an improvement on Sunak. I have been proved wrong, of course. The present holder of the office is far worse than Rishi Sunak. It's the same story with the Archbishop of Canterbury. Many people thought that Rowan Williams was the worst man in the post they could remember. He was never an ordinary parish priest, more an academic and intellectual. This meant that he had little understanding of the struggles of the average vicar. When he retired, many Anglicans thought that whoever was appointed must be an improvement. Alas, they were landed with a former executive from an oil company who has proved to be utterly disastrous. Once again, people are saying that whoever is next in the post must be better than Justin Welby. I wouldn't be too sure about this. Although I'm not a Christian, from 2004 till about 2014, 2015, I attended a local Anglican church every week and was quite involved there one way and another. I was bell ringing and ran the youth club there for years, had the vicar round to tea and so on. This was because another member of the family was deeply religious, and I fell into the habit of church attendance as a result. For this reason, I'm interested in the fortunes of the Anglicans. Because the church is so with it these days and dedicated to causes like reparations for slavery, gay rights, and various other things, it is exceedingly unlikely that a traditionalist will end up as a new archbishop. More likely, they will choose the most modern and up-to-date person they can lay hands on, somebody who will take the church even further into the world of fashionable left-wing causes. In the first place, this probably means a woman. Imagine that, the first female Archbishop of Canterbury. What a coup that would be for progressives within the church. It gets better than this, though. Much better. You'd need to choose a bishop, of course, for the job. So that means selecting from a pretty small field if you want somebody who is both a woman and a bishop. There is, though, somebody who ticks not only those boxes, but also one or two others. The Bishop of Chelmsford is a woman called Julie Frances de Carney. She is, as viewers might have guessed, foreign. Even better, she was a refugee to this country, arriving here as an asylum-seeker when she was a teenager, coming from Iran. It just gets better and better. Just think of having an Archbishop of Canterbury who is a female asylum-seeker. The icing on the cake is that she is a red-hot advocate of the removal of all restrictions on clergy entering into same-sex civil marriages. In other words, she thinks that male vicars should be able to be married to men and female vicars should be allowed to have wives. With such a pedigree, and with views like that, how could anybody resist the Bishop of Chelmsford being ideally suited for the post? There is another woman in the running whose name is mentioned, the Bishop of London, but she is not a foreign asylum seeker, and so probably not as symbolically important as the Bishop of Chelmsford. This promises to be a very exciting contest. In the description to this video, I give one or two links on this subject, which might help people to follow what I'm talking about.